Rob Tebbutt for Boxing Social. Delighted to be joined by former four-weight world champion, the Filipino Flash, Nonito Donaire. We're here in Glasgow ahead of his bout with Ryan Burnett in the World Boxing Super Series. Nonito, how are you?
I'm great, man. Thank you. I'm amazing. Fantastic.
Last time I saw you was in Belfast when you were fighting Frampton. Feels like a lifetime ago since then.
It does, doesn't it? Especially after 2 weight class down.
Let's just talk about that. I mean, much has been made of the drop down in weight. You're somebody who, I hope you don't mind me saying, has been around the block a little bit. Conventionally, when fighters drop down in weight at the end of their career, it raises a few eyebrows. You've dropped down 2 weight classes. Tell me the reasoning behind that.
I've always fought the bigger guys, you know. I've always walked around where I weigh in. So now I'm pretty much similar to everybody else, you know, where I'm cutting down weight. I'm looking and being disciplined about what I eat and stuff like that. This is my weight class. I've always been in this weight class. I just always take it to a different level to get the different challenge and different opportunity. But now that I'm given this opportunity in my weight class, why not take it?
Was there any thought of moving back to super bantamweight, potentially? I mean, obviously the World Boxing Super Series is at bantamweight, so that's obviously an added incentive. But is this weight class, are you confident this is the right weight class for you?
I believe so. I mean, I have no problem making the weight, so I'm just like everybody else now, where I have to be disciplined, but at the same time, I got to cut down a little bit, which I will have the advantage in terms of physical.
Now, you're somebody who's achieved an incredible amount throughout your career. Tell me your motivation behind the World Boxing Super Series. I know you alluded to it in the press conference about becoming an undisputed champion, something that you're yet to accomplish. Is that your goal setting out in this tournament?
Definitely. You know, being in this tournament, the incentive is you get to fight the best fighter. But most of all, I get to live out the dream of becoming undisputed, which I have not done yet.
Tell me a little bit about your training. The last time I saw you, you were trained or assisted by your wife, Rachel, a very established fighter in her own right. Historically, you've been trained by your father, also Robert Garcia. Tell me about this man standing to your right.
Well, Kenny has been in the game for a long time. He has 26 world champion. He's looking for the 27th world champion, you know, and he sees that in me. You know, he's a very smart guy. He sees everything. He's been there. He's done that. So he's a legendary guy, you know. But most of all, what I like working with Kenny is just the experience that he gives in terms of what needs to be done, you know, and he's very confident in it, and we just work well together.
Last time we saw you in the ring was against Frampton at featherweight. Now you've had time to look back and assess that performance. Was it a case of the weight, or was there certain things you've picked up from a technical point of view that you feel that you could have done better in that fight?
The weight was one thing, but not too much. I believe that what Carl did was he adjusted to my style, and I didn't adjust to his style. When, you know, I did great in the beginning, and he adjusted, and I didn't adjust to it. That's something that we focus on in this fight, and in the fight coming in the future is to adjust accordingly and use my knowledge, use my experience to adjust accordingly.
You're fighting another Northern Irishman, Ryan Burnett. Apart from being quite a bit lighter than Carl is now, what do you make of Ryan Burnett as a fighter, and what do you expect him to pose on Saturday night when you face off in the ring?
You know, he's a rugged guy, you know, and regardless of how many fights he has, he fights like he's a very experienced guy. So we put that into account, and you know, we'll be ready for whatever he gives us.
What are we expecting to see from you? I mean, we've all seen you as a bantamweight in years gone prior. A number of years ago now, you were an explosive knockout artist, one-punch knockouts, highlight reel knockouts. Is that what we can expect to see you return to this Saturday?
I think that there's a big possibility that my power will be very dominating in this division, you know, but that's something that we have to look forward to.
And just finally, the last few weeks have been some rumours about you potentially not being able to participate this Saturday. You're smiling, so I assume that you have heard those rumours. Can you just clarify whether or not that is ever a realistic possibility of you not fighting this weekend due to weight or otherwise?
I honestly don't know where it came from. You know, when we train, our gym is closed. No one's there. No one should know anything. So there was just rumors coming at it, and I was laughing about it because I don't know where it came from. I honestly don't know where it came from. I think to hype their man up, I think that's pretty much what it was. I never had a problem with things. You know, in all the years of boxing, I've never once missed a weight. You know, I've always been a man of my word. When I say I'll do it, and you see me do it.
And just finally, you're somebody who's always been very open when asked questions. Give us a prediction this weekend. How does the fight go with you and Ryan Burnett? I'm sure you're going to say you're going to win. What's going to be the difference when you two meet in the ring?
Well, I know that I have the experience to make it happen. I have the body to make it happen. I have the power, the speed. You know, I have every advantage to make this fight happen. You know, and that's just utilizing it now. There's really no prediction. You know, we're coming here and we're very confident of winning. That's pretty much how it is. You know, with my trainer, we're just going to walk in the, we already got this. You know, it's just pretty much how that feels right now for me.
Just a final word on the rest of the tournament. Do apologise. What have you made so far of the World Boxing Super Series, the bantamweight series in particular? We've seen Zolani Tete progress. You've seen Noah Inoue with a 70-second knockout win. Have you seen those performances, and what did you make of them?
It's an incredible and exciting tournament. That's pretty much it. I think this is the best tournament, best weight right now, is because you got the best guys fighting the best. You got the belts being put together, and you know, it's an amazing tournament.
Okay, well, we look forward to you adding to that amazing tournament this Saturday in Glasgow. Nonito Donaire, always a pleasure catching up with you. Look forward to seeing you in action on Saturday night.
Thank you, man. It's just been a blessing. So we're ready to go.
Thanks very much for speaking to Boxing Social.
Thank you.